went back in time to kill the evil from the future. Korin Lok stepped onto the stone and said, "Giant King, or whatever you are, come at me." All of them took their stances. Korin Lok smirked and said, "We shall crush you all." Adrian smiled and said, "Such heartfelt friendship, that you would come to die with all your companions." He launched an attack at Korin Lok, who leapt aside to evade. Cornel Luden shouted, "Korin, go already. We blocked it earlier, but the next death eye will blow this whole island away." Korin Lok answered, "Understood. You will. Move me to the core." Then he muttered to himself, "Baylor's core will remain unharmed unless we strike it with firepower equal to a golem." "Understood," Cornel shouted back. Korin Lok vaulted toward Balor and thought, "That means the only way is to use the final stage of amplifying the sun's power, sun compression. In the 10 seconds I can maintain the ability." He landed on Balor's arm and advanced swiftly. "I must drive this thing straight into its core," he thought. As he closed the remaining distance, Adrian declared, "How bold! I am the giant King Balor, slayer of the god King Nuada." Mariette Dunalef unleashed her skill, confusing Balor. She cried out, "Korin, hurry, we cannot last long." "Thank you," Korin responded. Balor reached out to seize him, snarling, "You darn rat!" But Alicia Arden slashed the giant king's wrist. Get your filthy hands away from him," she shouted. "Do not stop, Korin." Adrian grimaced in pain. "Tisk, what are the mages waiting for? Attack him now." Far in the distance, where the other mages lay defeated, "Give it up, Tower Master Adrian. The tower's history ends here and now." Korin Lok neared Balor's core. Suddenly, Dunskius laughed. "Hee! Have you forgotten something, friend?" "I was wondering when he would arrive," Korin thought. Dunskius lunged to bite him. Korin smirked. "Beast King? A beast of all things?" He activated Gay Derg. The system announced, "Dunskias is afflicted by the Red Spear Gay Derg's beast hunting curse. Deals 350% additional damage to beast-type enemies. The target cannot escape the hunting grounds. The target is marked. The hunter's accuracy increases." Korin Lok invoked Infinite Returning Heavens. Chaos Spear. Dunskias screamed, "Grah!" as his jaws were destroyed. Another notification followed. Sabancia Duke Core. Activated. Korin lifted his spear. Black Mystery Demonic Spear, 5th form. Dunskias growled, "You seem to have plenty of time, friend." Korin looked back and froze. Balor thundered, "It is the return of the legends. Kneel before the giant king, successor of the sun. Ack!" Korin gasped as both Balor and Dunskias cornered him. A giant eagle swooped overhead. Warren leapt from its back, transformed midair, and struck Balor at the back of the head, saving Korin from a devastating beam. "Warren, dodge it," Korin shouted. "Okay," she replied. Adrian snarled, "Kuh, you dratted lowly beings. It is not over yet. I shall use the Death Eye once more." But before he could, he froze in shock. Korin Lok appeared before him, his fist blazing. 3 seconds, Korin said calmly. Dunskias howled, "Wah, Korin Lok, enemy of my master, do not stand in my master's way." "Do you not understand?" Korin replied. He unleashed Black Mystery Demonic Spear. 5 dragons fall from heaven. Dunskias reeled as his face was slashed. He stammered, "Since when did you?" Korin answered, "Do you now see the difference in our level?" Dunskias shifted into another form, roaring, "This cannot be. Just perish. I'm the pinnacle of magic. I refuse to let it end like this." "1 second, Korin said. Then he invoked Klaus Solus, Solar Genesis. At a distance, a Templar cried, "It is dangerous, Saintess. We must return to camp immediately." Estelle Hadatha El Rath answered, "I am all right. I must witness the struggle of those who fought so hard to save me." The Templar trembled as a brilliant light filled the sky. Estelle gazed at the radiance. "This is," Korin thought to himself. The girl stood closer to divinity than anyone else, connected directly to the sacred, and so she awakened to her blood, comprehending the truth of a god. A god does not dwell in a chapel nor a temple. A god exists in the place where she can now pray. She watched Korin blaze like the sun. Dunskias and Adrian lay defeated. Adrian struggled to sit up, coughing. "Cough!" Dunskias groaned. "Cuckoo! I cannot die here, in such a place." Half his body was burning away. A new notification chimed. Undry Infinite Cauldron, the treasure representing the aspect of Dagda. Dunskias rasped, "As long as I remain connected to the bowl of life, I can regenerate endlessly." Korin Lok picked up the Undry Infinite Cauldron and said, "I cannot believe you are still alive. But that ends here." He poured something into the cauldron. Dunskias screamed, That is new. You cannot." Korin thought to himself, that was the treasure given to me by Diane checked at Magmel. A system notification appeared. Rank, Legendary. Verfang's boiling snake venom. Venom extracted from the infant cursed with annihilation. Can only be used once. Kills all life forms within the bowl it is poured into. So many people died because you released this into the ocean in the previous life, Korin said. Ak, master! Dunskia shrieked as his body melted away. Korin thought, with Dunskias' death, after 1 month since the Saintess was taken by the magic tower, the long battle finally came to an end. A few moments later, Korin turned to Hwaran. Where have you been alone all this time? He gently held her shoulder. She stayed silent. No one would know, Korin thought. For more than 2 weeks she did not eat or drink, and she blocked the tower's forces entirely by herself. This could become a legend of the North. Estelle and I might not have survived without her. However, Hwaran suddenly grasped Korin's wrist. You are safe, she whispered. Korin blinked. What? You do not need to know. It was nothing, she said as she held his hands close to her soft chest. The legend of the North became nothing, Korin thought, and instead the Korin Guardians' Mage Tower subjugation achieved an overwhelming victory. This news spread across the world. A system notification appeared. You have defeated a great enemy of the world, Dunskias, Archmage Adrian. Difficulty, a double plus. Reward, 160 points equally distributed. Aura rank rise, middle, high. Mana rank rise, middle, high. Aether understanding obtained. War flag obtained, highest. Aether understanding. You can instinctively comprehend the formation of magic. War flag. You have become a symbol upon the battlefield. The brightest flag, the core that must not fall. You will draw attention during battle. Your statistics change depending on your allies' envy. If you fall, all allies fall into anxiety. My aura and mana ranks have risen to the highest level, middle, high, highest, middle, high, highest. Now the only rank above this is best. Aura, the internal life energy used to strengthen the body and increase physical combat. The representative person with a best aura rank is Hwaran. Mana, the power to absorb or manipulate magical energy to create spells. The representative person with a best mana rank is Mariette. And to my knowledge, only 3 have both at best. Park Stu, the omnipotent demon king Ohard Bress, and Tatez Balthazar. Since Tatez Balthazar has commandments as well, he is practically an otherworldly entity. Thinking about that, it feels distant. But within 1 year of my second life in this world, I defeated the Mage Tower and saved countless people. There is no need to rush. I only need to become strong enough for what is coming. Mariette Dunalef entered Korin's tent. Korin, we are all done here. What happened? Korin asked. This Saintess rescue mission had unlimited plundering permitted, Korin thought. The Guardians participating in the subjugation may plunder any resources, material or human. To be honest, I gave up on physical resources because Mariette was there, and I focused on something else. A Guardian reported, Yup, 457 mages. There are 2 elder ranks and 6 professor ranks. I will manage them. Is that all right? Human resources, Korin thought. Mariette leaned close and said seductively, So Korin, there are many ghouls to manage now, so I believe I need more fresh blood. I am free right now, Korin replied. Mariette opened her mouth wide. Then, thank you for the meal. But Hwaran abruptly clamped her arm over Mariette's mouth. Mariette let out a muffled, ugh, of confusion. What is going on? Korin asked. You have a guest, Hwaran said. Estelle Hadatha El Rath stepped into the tent with a gentle smile. Hi, Junior. Do you have time? A few moments later, Mariette and Hwaran were escorted outside by the Templars. Korin, puzzled, asked, What is it? Estelle answered softly. First, thank you. Korin, thank you for saving me. You are trying to settle it with words, he asked. Do not worry, she said. The royal family will give you a reward. Unfortunately, the order is quite busy right now, so you will receive it a little late. The order is busy? Yes, so I will give you a present in advance. Her cheeks flushed as she stepped closer to him. She suddenly moved even closer to Korin Locke. What? He muttered in confusion. Estelle Hadatha El Rath whispered, Here is your reward for saving me. And she kissed him. Close your eyes, she breathed. Korin closed them, thinking to himself, The scent of peaches brushed against my nose. I knew it well. It was the scent of a warm heart willing to share heat in the cold. Something slipped through my lips. Through my teeth, it intertwined with my tongue. The bottom was soft, but the upper part was hard. Korin slowly opened his eyes. Estelle stood before him with a finger wet from the kiss. Ehe, she teased, you cunning kid. You are a man after all. You were expecting it, were you not? Look at your red face. Should I show you your reflection? She turned away. Let us continue the rest later. You must call me sister then, Korin. Eek! Your joke has crossed the line. Korin yelped as he smacked his lips and blushed. Anyway, she truly is difficult to handle, he thought. Outside the tent, Estelle paused. She remembered the kiss. She savored the warmth left on her lips. This is a first. My heart beating this wildly feels like that time before, she thought as she touched her soft chest. Incredible divine power, she whispered. The time I first encountered the sun's power, my false religion shattered, and my soul trembled when I finally found the truth. Korin's question resurfaced in her mind from before the abduction. Did you not feel anything strange with the people you interacted with? In the end, Korin was right, she thought. Saintess Rosario had been perfectly cold. Her divine power never returned because someone had replaced her Rosario with a fake. Only high-ranking members of the order could access such an item. A Templar approached. Saintess, you have a meeting with His Holiness the Pope. Yeah? She replied faintly. She closed her eyes. Will I be able to see Korin again during the summer break? I want to face the sun again with a clean heart, after I capture and execute every traitor in the order, south, Duna Potato Farm. The speakers blared. You rats, wake up! The men groaned as they sat up. Ugh, yawn. It is morning already. Duna left's morning exercise. Begin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Towards the golden potato flower. Salute. Elder Admalek muttered. Hey, Jolin, what is for breakfast? Boiled potato, roasted potato, or dry potato, Jolin replied. Potato again? Darn it. Is there a ghost haunting us because they died from not eating potatoes? Jolin yelped as someone struck his back. Small talk is forbidden, the soldier barked. Elder Admalek scoffed. The potatoes you trash eat were grown through the farmer's blood and sweat, precious people's taxes. This is all because of that potato-crazed woman and that swallow-looking rascal. Jolin fumed inwardly. Just wait. Once this dark age ends, I will fly again. Professor Jolin will not fall here. Professor Ronald? Ronald whispered. Professor Jolin. And all of you from the Mage Tower? Jolin gasped. Finally, are you here to save us? Roland shook his head with tears. No, we were captured too. He raised his shackles. Jolin's soul collapsed. Hope is simply the mask that despair wears. 1 month later, Mother Locke asked, Darling, did you see the letter that arrived this morning? Father Locke, sweeping the yard, grumbled, From Locke, that unfilial child? I did not. I raised him wrong. After spending time at the academy, he stopped thinking of his parents. Last summer break he went south, and during winter he went east. He must be busy having fun. But still, Mother Locke said, it seems Korin is being recognized widely. He was promoted. They say he even helped save the Saintess. Father Locke puffed out his chest. He resembles me in that regard. Brave. Of course, if he is a man, he should build fame and prestige and move forward. Do you think Korin has been dating? She asked. He has a good face, but I doubt he can spark properly in front of a woman. He needs at least one girlfriend to mature in that area. Considering he is coming with friends, Korin still has a long road ahead. He will probably come with a boy or two. Meanwhile, Mariette Dunalef and Huaran silently glared at one another as tension crackled in the air. Korin said to his companions, All right, let us go. As Korin guardians marched toward the royal capital, Father Locke laughed. Since he is coming with friends, I should catch a hen. That should be enough. Mother Locke agreed. Park Sihu woke up and murmured, Fluff. He had reincarnated into a game, an item box, a combination window, a skill window, a quest information window, and a geography he already knew greeted him. The system displayed agility, 40, stamina, 8,000, aura, 60, mana, 180, player name, Park Sihu. Park Sihu whispered to himself that the name of this world was Heroic Legend of Arhan. He had memorized the game's content back in his past life, and had even been known on the forums as a veteran, but that time was long gone. This is messed up. It is completely insane, he muttered. This game world was absurd. Park Sihu's current body was absurd. And the system window insisting that he must save the world was utterly bonkers. In both the novel and the game, watching characters act nosy and throw away their lives to save others had always exhausted him. It had made him dislike heroes. Yet one thing was certain, this world would eventually be destroyed by Tates Balthazar, and only a few would survive. Now he was a player here. Whether he wanted it or not, the responsibility to save the world rested on him. But fortunately, this game offered incredible freedom. He resolved to survive using the most effective route. He would master the system and gather as many hidden pieces as possible in the early stages. Since his fate had already shifted, he would act however he pleased. As long as he saved the world in the end, he did not care what happened to the story itself. After a few moments, Park Si-hoo declared that he refused to feel frustrated. He wanted to feel refreshed. From a distance, Korin Lok watched him. "I will live for myself," Park Si-hoo said. Suddenly, Korin Lok called out, "Hey!" Then, with dramatic emotion, he grabbed Park Si-hoo's hand. "Me too!" Park Si-hoo stared, baffled. "Who is this guy?" Korin Lok asked. "Do you know kimchi?" "I am Korean," Park Si-hoo replied. Korin Lok continued. "Do you know what are you saying?" I said I know. Do you know?" Park Si-hoo began. "Are you, perhaps, diff?" But Korin Lok burst into tears. "I am not on the level to hear that yet." Park Si-hoo wiped cold sweat from his brow. "Wow, to think I would meet someone from home here," Korin Lok said brightly. "How old were you?" 26, Park Si-hoo replied. In truth, he was 22. "Yeah? I am 1 year older. Call me brother." Darn it, Park Si-hoo thought. I should have increased the age by 1 more year. "Anyway, Si-hoo, have you played this game before?" Korin asked. "No, I entered right when I was about to start," Park Si-hoo answered, while thinking that he certainly did not intend to reveal information. Really?" Korin said. Park Si-hoo thought to himself that he still did not know what sort of man had reincarnated into Korin Lok. "Do not worry," Korin said confidently. "I know everything about this game. Just trust me. Let us open your status window for now." "Status window," Park Si-hoo said reluctantly. "Arg, whatever. I will simply consider him a useful subordinate," he thought. Korin Lok. He had been 28 years old, studying physical education at a well-known university in the city. Now he was merely an extra in heroic legend of Arhan. If you were a physical education student from such a famous university, why were you only working as a trainer? Park Si-hoo asked. The guy was paid off by the association president and took part in match fixing, Korin explained. I confronted him about it, so they started antagonizing me and threw me out. Park Si-hoo sighed. Idiot, when it was not even related to you. Park Si-hoo asked, do you really not regret that? Korin Lok thrust his spear through a monster and replied, if I had not confronted him, I would have earned more money and gone to Brazil. And if things went well, I might have become a national athlete. Though, yes, I would have regretted it. I do not like him, Park Si-hoo thought. Guys like him act artificially kind and live off their smugness. The ones who tried to get my number back in university were exactly like this, pretending to be good people, pretending to be kind. I should use him as a meat shield against boss monsters. And then abandon him. 1 month later, explosions echoed across the forest. Darn it. I let my guard down, Park Si-hoo thought. He had killed Alicia Arden, quickly joined Lunia Arden, rapidly developed Dronworski and Crenel Luden. Yet now he was being overwhelmed by the Part 1 final boss, Vampire Mariette Donolev. Even though he had swept all the hidden pieces from the beginning of the academy, including the gold mandrake, his magic control was still unstable. He had misfired and struck Crenel's golem instead. Fluff. I missed slightly, and now everything is messed up. He sprinted through the forest as Dioku barreled after him, roaring, Grah! Just how am I supposed to hit all of these bastards? He had chosen magic because he disliked using his body. Based on his stats, he should have been able to defeat Mariette alone in her weakened, starving state. But the reality was different from the game. A dead end. Spears of blood shot toward him as Mariette continued her assault. Ugh, it hurts. Fluff, it cannot be game over. No, I will die at this rate. I will completely die. I will die. Huh? When he opened his eyes, the attacks had stopped. Korin Lok stood in front of him, blocking the strikes. Hey, are you okay? Korin asked, though blood dripped from his lips. Korin? Park Si-hoo gasped. Korin staggered. Cough. Since you can talk, you must be fine. Ugh, that hurts so badly. Park Si-hoo groaned. Why, you are unrelated to me. So why would you go this far? Why do I need a reason to save you? Korin answered. I do not need something like a reason. I like happy endings. If possible, everyone being happy is great, and someone dying is not good. You too, Korin? Wake up, you cannot sleep. Do you want to die? Park Si-hoo cried. Korin gave a faint smile. You must stay happy. It will not do for you to die in a place like this. They collapsed onto the ground. You idiot, blockhead, crazy fellow, do not die. Hyung, no, Appa, Park Si-hoo whispered. A few days later, idiot. He strutted around so mighty with a spear, and now it has been 1 month and he still has not recovered. It had been a serious injury, but the frail body of the character Korin Locke had clear limits. Well, it does not matter. Now I am even more certain of what I must do. Park Si-hoo. In the past, a 22-year-old mathematics major at Yonsei University, a top student, a popular female university student on Earth. Park Si-rin. Her future had been filled with promise, and countless men had pursued her, but now she was Park Si-hoo, a player of heroic legend of Arhan. After 1 month of intense training, her power had risen tremendously. This way, Yuel said, now I have surpassed the level of most first-rank mages, she thought. They came upon Mariette Dunalef feasting on a wild boar. Ah, Mariette muttered, startled. You fluffer, you are living comfortably after messing 2 people up. Park Si-hoo snapped. This girl made Korin hurt himself. What about Korin? I hurt Korin. Is Korin okay? Mariette cried, trembling. It was a short time, but I realized something, Park Si-hoo thought. This girl liked Korin from the beginning. You too? Park Si-hoo growled. She grabbed Mariette by the neck. Fluff, you non-player character girl, know your place. Aw, Mariette whimpered. He is mine, Park Si-hoo thought darkly. He is the only truth in this fake world. Ah, Mariette sobbed. He is not a man you non-player characters are allowed to long for. Park Si-hoo let go and stepped back. I will take the most effective route to finish the main scenario in the shortest time possible. Then I will return to the original world. With Korin, Uppa. Thanks for tuning in. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who took the time to watch this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. If you enjoyed what you saw, consider sharing my videos or channel with your friends who might also enjoy it. Your support means the world to me and helps my channel grow. Let's keep this community thriving together. Until next time, see you in the next video.